Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another video of our little A to Z officer series. And today in the alphabet it's time for Trip Tucker. I talked about him when he was introduced into the game, but now I'm playing a while with him, so this is the standard A to Z video version of Trip Tucker. He's an epic officer, and as usual we quickly talk about the standards. He's class engineering, which means you need engineering badges to upgrade him. He is the group Enterprise NX-01, so if he is on the bridge he can support a captain of that group, and he's from the faction Federation, which means you need Federation faction credits to upgrade him. And if you haven't seen the series Enterprise, then you might want to read the text about him. There's always a text about the officers in the info box, but when they are from a series or a movie it's usually longer, and that's the case here as well. And as you already could hear from what I said, he does not have a captain maneuver, but he does have an officer ability, and he does have a below deck ability. His officer ability is things blow up, and that's quite a nice one for fighting hostiles or players. When you take damage from a hostile or another player, Trip Tucker decreases your opponent's critical damage by 50% for 2 rounds. And this also can stack. So if you have your 1 round 50% and another 50%, then for the second round, if it triggers again. But it does not work against armadas or starbase assaults. I usually use that for certain hostiles in combination with Captain Archer and with Phlox, but it would work against players as well. So that is kind of a nice treat here. And his below deck ability is something I'm using in the Delta Quadrant, although NX-01 didn't have too much to do with the Delta Quadrant, but the hand in the cookie jar means that he increases the amount of resources you get from destroying Hirogen and species 8472 hostiles by 30%. Why they connected the Enterprise and Trip Tucker with the Delta Quadrant, I have no idea, but obviously they felt they have to do something for all the grinding stuff in the Delta Quadrant, because that's really annoying. So Trip is a really good thing when you have to grind there. Beside your normal loot crew, I use my normal loot crew there, including the Doctor below deck. But then I also use Trip below deck so that I can get more loot out of that, because with all the loops we have now, with the grinding and grinding and grinding, it's good to have someone that gives you more loot in a faster time, additionally to your usual loot crew. The good thing about the standard videos in the A to Z series, once I made previews on some officers, is that I can also show you the away team traits here. And he does have 3 possible traits as an epic officer, of course. It's engineer, charismatic and specialist that you can unlock, but you see I haven't unlocked any because I regularly use him. Either I'm sending him out with Archer when I'm going for Xindi and I'm collecting Xindi loot, or I'm sending him with a Voyager out to the Delta Quadrant to get loot from the Hirogens or from species 8472, so I will not send him to away team missions. But it's good to know what he could do there, although we have a lot of engineers anyway in the game. The specialist would be quite a nice addition, but I don't want to send him out there. Of course, we also have to talk about how to get him, and that really changed since the time when I did the preview. For once, we have to go to our Armada exchanges, and yeah, there we have to go to one which still has the wrong picture on it. That's the G5 Xindi Rare Armada pack, and oh no, was it right here? Yeah, there he is. I always get so triggered by this wrong picture. And you see, they still haven't changed it. And I'm sure a lot of people have told them. I have told them, but nevertheless, Trip is in there. You have a chance with the exchange of 1 chest, although I know it's not that easy for most of us to get those. I never did a rare Armada exchange for the Xindis yet. Yeah, it's hard to get the directives, and of course it's hard to kill them. The killing part wouldn't even be that bad because I have a lot of people in my alliance that could help there, but you don't get that much loot, and until I get the 1.28 million to exchange here, you see I've got 13,000. And that would take some time, but still you have a chance of getting 1, 3, 5, 8 or 25 shards for Trip Tucker here in an exchange, and so that's at least one source. But meanwhile they introduced an easier one, and for that we have to go to the refineries. And here we need to go to the Mirror Universe refinery, which is still quite new. And here in the Liquid Trillium D store, we have the NX01 crew exchange, and now it's easy to get them because you can do the exchanges here and have a chance of getting 1, 2 or 3 shards for a trip with one chest. And that's kind of a regular exchange. Now, of course, it's all level 40 plus, so you will not be able to do that here below level 40. But whenever I played this game on my first server, on my second, and now here on my third, the fourth is with my small account, just for special stuff for some videos. So I don't count that because I'm not growing that one. But here on the third server, I never expected to have all the offices early on in the game and everything. This is like with the ships. Ships are ops locked as well, so I don't mind that there are offices which are kinda ops locked unless you find them in some events or something. So that's something I'm not complaining about. I complain a lot about a lot of things, but that's not one of those. So once you reach level 40 and do the Mirror Universe stuff, you have a chance of getting Trip Tucker here with the Trillium D exchange, and the same with Archer and Phlox. So they introduced that it wasn't there before, so I'm really happy about that. And I would really be happy to hear how you use Trip if you have him already. So please write it in the comments or on Discord. And if you want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.